Hi, the next topic is mapping variables. Mapping variables basically we are using for incremental loading. So here I'm taking AMP source and target, then I will explain the mapping variables part. So already I created a table with EMP underscore variable. So just drag and drop the table into here. Okay. Then take expression, drag and drop from source to here and from here to target. Create a mapping variable. The state type variable we are creating now. Okay, vDate or hire date. This data type is date and time. Max of variable value I am taking. So here we have two options, max and min. Max of variable value we are taking in the mapping. So already we created one variable. So here we have hire date. Using this hire date we are filtering data from source qualifier. So here hire date greater than single colon from mapping variables hire date. So this hire date contain the max of the date. Okay, first time it is empty. After first execution in that records, for example in EMP table we have 14 records. In the first execution the variable date value is empty. So that's why using that filter condition we are loading all records into the target. In that 14 records the maximum date it will take and it will store in the variable. So when you are running second time, based on the filter condition it will check the max of hire date greater than the source qualifier hire date. If you are inserting any new records, that date will be higher than variable date. So that record will insert into the target, means new records. So if you have already existing records, that 14 records, you are not inserted any new records in the source. At that time it will filter all the records because all are old records. Like that we can load incremental data. So for that, for hire date we need to create one column. Variable we created, but we are not assigning this hire date to variable hire date. Okay, so variable date, this is the variable port, date and time, variable port. So here we have variables, set max variable, $$ hire date, comma, from source we are passing hire date. Means this hire date we are getting from source, that hire date value we are loading into the $$ hire date into, that is a variable port. This hire date value we are loading into the $$ hire date. The max from hire date, from source hire date, it will search for the max record. That max value it will store in the hire date, $$ hire date. Okay, apply and OK. I'm repeating the steps. First we created a mapping variable $$ hire date. The data type is date and time. So like this we can create a number of variables and parameters. So here we are taking the maximum. Okay, just we created a variable here. In the mapping we drag and drop EMP source and target. After that we created one expression. In expression this hire date value we are passing to the variable port. which we created here. Okay, so to this variable we are passing this hire date value. Okay, here we created this one. Here we created set max variable. We took from here variables dollar hire date. This is our variable. This hire date we are taking from the source. So from the source, from source hire date we are passing into variable. So here we are taking maximum, that's why the hire date will store the maximum value from the first execution. Then create a workflow. Create a workflow and session, and this session we can find out how many records it's loading, how it is we are using for incremental load, we can see. Okay, workflow, create variable, create a session on this variable. So here this is the squad. I'm creating a new connection for this because I re-imported from another database this Scott user. This is Scott new. Mapping. This is Scott new user and target is Scott user. Bulk to normal. Apply and OK. Save it. So here we can check the maximum value of the variable. So first time it is empty. Workflow, start workflow. So it's running. We'll see, yeah, target contain all the already records. So just trunk it and reload the table. I think table generation is missed. Okay. Okay, here also I'm changing the connection into Scott new. Save it. Workflow, start workflow. Okay, it succeeded. We'll see we got any results or not. Okay, 1987 we got 523 1987. So select connect to database Scott Tiger @Oracle. Set num4, select star from EMP. So in this 87 is the maximum date. See here 523. So 523 is the maximum date. This one 5 May 23rd, 87 is the maximum date. I'm inserting one more record into here. Insert into EMP values. So the first employee number is 1000. Okay, employee name is Ravi, and employee job is salesman. Okay, and MGR is 7902. Okay, and date is 20 November 2012. NOV 2012, and salary is 1000, commission is 200, and department number 20. Enter. Okay, one row created. So this is the latest date. Okay, already we have 5/23/1987. I'm running one more time from here. Cancel it. Workflow, start workflow. Go to monitor. So it's succeeded. Okay, so we can see how many records is loaded. So got some issue, no problem. I'll recheck everything again, but we can check the data here. View percent values. So 11/20/2012 is the max value. So how many records it's loaded into the target, we can see here. Preview data. So total records it's loaded. So this is the latest record. Okay, so one more time I'm running. So here one more record we are loading, 2000, Sai, and accountant, and the MGR is 7782. The date 12th December 2012. This is the max date now. Next, salary 2000, commission 300, department 30. Okay, one row created. And next, go to workflow. So here the maximum date is 11/20/2012. Now we created a new record, 12th December 2012. Workflow, start workflow. So now we will get only one record because that is the latest record. So one record C. From source we got one record. Okay, so here we can see the value, persistent value, that is 12/12/2012. So here just refresh, 2000 Sai account. So we got a new record. Like this we can load incremental data. I'm running one more time. So we are not inserted any new records in the source. So how many records we will get in the target, we'll see. 0 records, because maximum date is this one, 12/12/12. So in filter we have condition. What is the condition? The source hire date greater than $$ hire date. In $$ hire date we have 12/12/2012. In source also we have max of hire date 12/12. After that there is no other records greater than that value. So that's why we got 0 records from the source. So like this we can use variables to increment a load. Okay, just we created a variable in mapping $$ variable $$ hire date date type max. Okay, thank you.